Hello, filmmakers. It's Carrie with Filmmaker Central. And I think I'm going to start this video with a little history. And that is this guy right here. I have had this light 1 month short of 4 years, or at least 1 month short of 4 years ago is when I did the video on this. So I've probably had it for a little over 4 years. This is the Boling P1 Blogger. This has been my favorite accessory light for 4 years, and it's still running strong. This thing has been great. It's got this crazy mount on it that's got quarter 20s just everywhere. You can really angle this thing and get it exactly how you want it. So this has been a great light. But ever since then, Boling has been kind of absent. And I always wondered what kind of happened to them. Well, all of a sudden, I get an email from them asking if I'd like to try out their new light. And they sent a couple of pictures of it, and it looked like it was a little bit bigger than this one. And I'm like, well, sure. I mean, I loved this light so much. I was like, sure, go ahead and send it over. And that's the Allspark BL-A60. Now, just right off the top, you got to think there's probably something a little more to this one than this little guy. And given the fact that this thing sells on B&H Photo for $298, I'm thinking it better be a little bit more than a little light. Well, this thing is a lot more. So we open it up and we have this great case. We've got a light, we got some power cords, and we have a bank of accessories here. And I was like, well, this looks super interesting. Let's get the power cord out of the way, and you pull out the light, and this thing is a beast. Yeah, sure, but size-wise, right? We're not talking a massive increase in LED size, right? But you can tell by looking at it that it's more dense with the lights in here. So there's going to be more power output for the same square inch than the original one. This thing also weighs quite a bit. It's got a built-in fan, which I had to struggle to actually hear. Got a nice display on the back, on-off switch, function, a menu left and right, and dimmer. And the function actually has a push button to it. The dimmer does not. So you have the rotation, push, left, right, and rotate on the dimmer. Okay, pretty basic. You have your RGB or HSI scale back here. So when you're trying to just quickly figure out, oh, I need a purple, that's going to be around 300. Okay, pretty easy there. This side just has vents. It says do not cover the vent. On the bottom, we've got a quarter 20 down here. Max load 15 kilograms. Now, well, I'm going to get to something else in a little bit. Over on this side, you've got a USB-C charger. And on the top, we have multiple mounts, right? We got two quarter 20s and a 3/8 16 over here, plus two more quarter 20s over here. Well, an interesting thing about this light is apparently you can stack them and just connect them together very easily. Make a bigger panel out of these. And because it has Wi-Fi enabled, you can group them all into one thing and just control everything by itself. I'll start off by saying the one thing this does not have is an app. At least not that I know of. I couldn't find any app for it, and so what? Don't need it. Most of the apps are pretty hokey to begin with. This one, the interface on here is nice enough that I don't need to worry about it. Okay, let's get into some details here. Well, also in the bottom, we have the rest of the power. It's a nice big power brick for USB-C. So puts out some good power. The first slot here, we have a barn door accessory. How often do you see barn doors anymore? That's pretty rare. And it's probably the one thing that I could do without in this kit. I just didn't really get, I guess, the level of control I wanted with barn doors, but whatever. So what? It's the other ones that are really exciting. Well, first off, before you put any of these accessories on, you have this little, I don't know, mount, I guess. And this just snaps onto the front. So this is really, this is plastic where all the rest of this is metal. So now that I've got this on here and it has a little catch over here, I can slide the barn doors into place, or we can look at the other modifiers here. So we got a nice diffuser. And again, these just slide into place, lock in, boom, you're good to go. Push the button down so you release the lock, slides out. All right, now in here, and again, when was the last time you saw a light come with honeycomb grids? It's been ages since I've used them. And I love these. I used to make my own out of straws. I mean, I had a bunch of custom-made honeycombs for different lights, and some of them I made, some of them I found material, but honeycomb grids are phenomenal. The one that has the largest holes will give you a bigger, like, spotlight effect. The one with the smaller holes give you a smaller spotlight effect. So again, you just take these, put them in, slide them into place, push down the button, push them in, boom, you're locked in. Super, super cool stuff here. Now, let's take a look at the pattern that you get out of these things. Now, what I did is I set up the light 1 meter or 3.3-ish feet from the wall. Set it up on a light stand, everything was measured, so we can see the light pattern at 1 meter. So first we have it by itself, puts out a ton of light and nice big broad pattern. Now we have the diffuser, nice soft, really beautiful light. Absolutely love that. Absolutely can be a key light or a fill light or any other type of light that you want. Then we'll go to the large honeycomb grid. This is where things get interesting. With this one, as I said, you get more of a spotlight effect. You're not getting spill. That's where honeycombs are super, super useful. Like on my studio lights, my key light over here is just a big ball of light, and over here, the soft box has a honeycomb grid in it to kind of focus so I don't get so much spill everywhere. So honeycomb grids are great. So let's take a look at the light from the large honeycomb grid. Awesome spotlight. Really, really cool. Now we'll move to the small honeycomb, and you can see that one. Really tight spotlight. So fantastic kit here. Okay, let's take a look at the specs. So in terms of color, this is full RGB, 360-degree, full color. In color temperature mode, it goes from 2500 to 10,000 Kelvin. Huge range. Can dim from 0 to 100%. There's 22 special effect modes, lighting, candlestick, that stuff. We'll take a look at those in a moment. Has an internal 3,000 milliamp hour battery. This thing does last quite a long time. At full power, they claim it'll last about 40 minutes. And that's pretty much what I got in my testing of it. Fan cooled, fan has different settings for different environments. I just leave it on because I can't hear it. 65 watt power adapter for charging. The accessory frame diffuser, 30-degree honeycomb grid, barn door set. All right, awesome, right? Now, I'm going to let's take this off. God, as much as I love honeycomb, well, actually, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. And it's at 39% power. So you can see I got a nice tight pattern here without getting spill on the background. So you can do a really nice light effect with the honeycombs that you can't get with just a large softbox. All right, I'm going to take a guy off here. Now, somehow, I'm hoping that I can actually demonstrate the different modes here. So I'm going to try turning down the power. Oops. Okay, we're going to go down to 2500. Got a nice warm color to it. We'll go the other way. 10,000, nice blue. And very quickly, I can get to 5600, which is daylight. Okay, this is at 25% right now, and it's pretty bright. Okay, we're going to hit the function. We're going to hit the menu, and now we're in the HSI mode. So, let's see if I can light some stuff here. Turn it up in the background on myself here. So we can, I love how fast I can roll through the different colors here. So there's kind of a purple, reds, orange, into the yellows, the greens, blues. So you can dial in just exactly the color that you want, as well as the saturation. So I'm going to hit the function so I can switch to saturation. So I can make it a real soft color or a very harsh color. And again, I can go to the dim control and turn the power up and down. Okay, now we have different effects here. Some of them I can tell what they are. I'd normally have to look. There's some paparazzi stuff going on there. This was love. I think it's more of like a candle effect. There's a bad bulb. And not only can you change the effect, using the function, you can change the speed. So if you want one of these to be a lot faster, you can. I guess this is like a fireworks. There's fireworks. Pretty nice. Lightning. Lightning 2. A TV look. HSI ramp. So it's just going to run through different colors. There's a couple of those. Here's a candle. Cop car. Ambulance. Fire truck. Hazard, which is just blinking amber. And this is like a high-low. Oh, strobe. Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Red ramp, green ramp, blue ramp, and then back to kind of the disco mode. Got to get off of that before I have a seizure. And, I mean, the fan is running, and only when I put my ear right up to it can I hear it. Let me put it right up to the microphone. In fact, it's on 100% power. And I don't know that you can hear that. It is very, very quiet. So super happy with the AL60 here. This thing is just an awesome light. There is no doubt this is going to be one of my go-to lights moving forward. When we're off doing night stuff on our off-roading channel, we always need more light. And this is going to deliver. The fact that I can run it off AC power and keep it powered, or unplug it to move it around to get into the spot that we need, that's great. And between shots, it's back in the Jeep and staying charged. Versus The smaller lights, we would burn through these things in 30 minutes or so, and they just didn't have the power output that we needed. This big guy is portable. I mean, yeah, it weighs because it's got a big battery in it. So what? It's not super heavy, but it's going to be flexible, and that's what we look for in different types of products. In the studio, it's okay to have a single color light that only goes from 50 to 100%. You could really minimize the feature set that you need on a studio light. But as a practical light, something that you really need to use for different effects, you need to be able to move it around easily. The fact that it's got a built-in battery just makes it such a great practical light for so many different applications. I think it's hard to go wrong. And I get $300. It's not cheap, I mean, that's a pretty good price tag for any light, whether it be, a portable light or a studio light. I get it. $300 is a chunk of change. But the fact that you can use it for all of those things. You've got the diffuser. I would have no problem using this in the studio as even a key light or a fill light. I can use it in so many different applications. I can use it for product shots because I have the ability to really focus the light and just light that and be able to get like a dark background. I can do so much with this from a creativity point of view. I probably would have bought it if I would have seen this review from anybody else. Had Gerald Undone been first to market with a video on this, I would have been dropping $300 on this thing. So that's how much I like it. So check it out. Again, it's available on B&H, a few other locations. I will put some links in the description so you can find it better. I don't think it's available on Amazon yet, but I will look for it. If so, again, all the links will be in the description. The Boling Allspark BL-A60. This is a frickin' winner. Absolutely love it. Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been Kerry with Filmmaker Central. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.